We're back. Woo!
What's up?
What's up? Welcome back to episode 3 of Are You Reading Me, Sis?
Not Oliver getting off.
Wow. Oliver's like, I want to be on the episode too.
Oliver's like, her.
Like, make some noise, y'all.
I put Georgia upstairs because I know she was going to go off. So Georgia is upstairs, far away from this.
Okay. Yeah.
Obviously, we're at home, back in the pandemic. We're on
It's
Zoom.
given virtual
We're actually not on Zoom.
session.
We're on Riverside FM. Shout out to them.
Shout out to y'all.
Riverside.
How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Alice, we see you got your Ravens on. You said,
I'm over here in mourning, so in mourning, but still repping the team that should be going to the Super Bowl. Things didn't go our way Sunday, but
so who is going to the Super Bowl? Fill us in for those of us who do not watch sports.
The Chiefs and the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. This is a repeat of 2019.
Wait, I didn't know the 49ers were going. That used to be like my fake team when I was like in middle school. And
not fake team.
That's my dad's. The 49ers is my dad's favorite team. It's been his favorite team forever. I have no reason why. Like, he's never been to California or San Francisco, but
Same. I mean, I've been in San Francisco now, but like that was definitely my fake team. They were popular back in the day, right?
So it must have been somebody that they had back then that everybody liked. So
and I'll be like, yeah, the 49ers. That's my team. Wait, so you watch the game when they lost the Raiders?
Yeah, I watched the game when they lost. I blame a lot of things. One of the things I blame is Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Taylor's at home like, now why am I in it?
No. Right. The Swifties about to come for you.
That's the problem. She's not at home. She's on tour.
She's at every game. Swag surfing.
It's like...
Let's talk. That article pissed me off. When they're like, Taylor invented swag surfing. Like, girl...
And that's the thing. Like, I think it's a money grab, and I believe that attention, and they need that money. And I just feel like she just came and swept that on up and drew that attention away from the football game.
I also feel like, to play devil's advocate, I feel like she's supporting her man, and I too would be supporting my man at every game. So it's like, I can't be mad at that. Like, if my man was in the NFL, I too would be in the box. Like, I'm swag, I'm surfing, I'm swag.
But see, this is what's going to happen. So she has a show in Tokyo the day before the Super Bowl.
Oh, I just saw that on TikTok.
So it's a 13-hour flight for her to get from Tokyo to Vegas.
Okay.
But she'll still make it a day ahead because Tokyo is so far ahead of us. So if she travels like on the east route, she'll make it back in time.
It's never better than me because I would be giving the Tokyo show is canceled. I gotta go see my man.
Wow, I gotta support my man.
There's still time. It's still time.
I gotta go see my man.
It definitely she's definitely gonna make it back in time.
We'll see.
I feel like Taylor is like low key taken away from Usher's hype. Like no one's talking about Usher.
Exactly, which is another issue. I bet they even forgot that he's even doing the Super Bowl.
I know.
Listen, he got his Apple Music thing. Like, there's so much hip. He was just on Shannon Sharp. Like, he's promoting, but nobody's really talking about it.
Yeah, and I feel like that's Taylor Swift's impact. She came in.
And maybe it's like a ploy for her to perform at the Super Bowl next year.
That could be.
She probably will. That's what people are saying. People saying that she's going to perform next year.
I mean, I'm not a Swiftie, but I'm like, a lot of people are. She's a girl.
I mean, I definitely did not listen to this last album, but 66 Poppy, how you doing? How you feeling? What's going on?
Doing good, living good, soft life, quiet week, work, gym, the huge.
The huge. Cute.
What about yourself, Jackson?
I'm, big chillin'. I had increased orders last week. Shout out to the Bachelor's Meals.
Nice.
So we doubled from one week to the next. So that was really cute. Haven't really been outside. I did go out one day this week. I went to Fin and Feathers. I went to Fin and Feathers for Trap Bingo. Had a good time. And yeah, I've been chilling. I finally updated my resume, so that's the thing. So I guess I'm about to go back into this job world. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, it's been chill over here.
Yeah, the girls are under attack with these
Attack.
jobs. With these
Attack.
layoffs, it's
This job market is.
I try to go above and beyond. I try to be. I'm like, I need this job. So
I need that money.
I need this money.
Literally.
Okay, so
what we watching? What we watching?
We're not watching football. That's what we're
definitely not.
I will be watching
not.
the Super Bowl though.
What you need to watch the football?
I'm gonna watch the halftime performance. I'm not watching the game. I will definitely be watching the halftime.
Have Super Bowl parties.
And I still won't be looking at the TV screen until it's time for halftime.
Do you think he's bringing anybody out? Like, what do you think is going to be his big thing that he's going to do?
100%.
I feel like he has to. He has to.
Yeah, he's definitely going to bring somebody out.
He has to do something because the attention is definitely not on him.
I feel like it's going to be like an Atlanta thing. Maybe he'll bring out like Lil Jon and like, take it back to like the era, maybe Ludacris, like maybe have like a whole little Atlanta set. And I think that would be really, really cute. Like open it up with that or like in the middle of the set and then close it out with just like himself. I think that'd be real cute.
He also doesn't need that. Like
he doesn't.
He really doesn't need that. As someone who went to the show and met Usher, he put on an amazing 2-hour show nonstop by himself. So he really doesn't need it.
I'm so upset that I missed that. I wanted to go so bad.
I didn't know he was that type of performer until I watched Tiny Desk. Like I knew that he can sing and dance and all of that, but I did not know he sounded that good live until I saw his Tiny Desk, and I was like, "Wow,
he looks so good. He smells so good."
Oh, damn, are you
what was going on?
Right, like what?
VIP.
So,
oh, that was your birthday.
I was in the back, his VIP. I don't want to say too much.
I don't want to say too much.
But, Okay, so we're not watching football, but we are watching Traitors. Traitors.
It has to be the number one show right now. Like,
baby,
1,000%. 1,000%.
So I said this. I was like, they won an Emmy last year for season 1, but I definitely feel like this season they're gonna dethrone.
Phaedra is going to win Outstanding Lead Actress Performance in a reality series.
And give her her things. Give her her things, okay?
Because she is going to win that Lead Actress Emmy after
baby.
Performance. Definitely.
Dan thought he had something on that girl, and Phaedra was like,
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler territory.
So
I think it was Phaedra from across the table. Let him know what time it was.
Oh, well, I'm gonna let you say your shit, but once you done, I'm coming in that ass. I'm getting in that ass.
And I said it since the beginning.
And I love that she let him talk the whole time. Didn't want to.
But I said it since the beginning. He was playing Phaedra real under the radar. Like, oh, she's not smart enough. Like, oh, she won't see it coming. I'm going to get them to do what I want to do and to get my agenda across. And at that moment, sir. She let Pop know, and she let you know.
She said, "Pop Verti."
I didn't watch season 1, and so I didn't know that the Traitors turn on each other like that.
Oh yes,
yeah, same because I didn't watch season 1 either.
100%.
I was like, but y'all as he was leading up to it, I was like, bitch, he's about to either say Phaedra or Poverty. Like he's about to throw one of them.
100%.
I did not.
He was ready to throw both of them under the bus because
I was like,
his ass was out of there.
Poverty or Phaedra. And when he said Phaedra, I was like, ah!
I was tears on
He knew he was out of there, so he had to try to shake the table, but he shook the wrong side of the table. He shook the wrong side of the motherfucking table.
Peter played a dangerous game with that shield shit. And
now, so smart. But that shit worked. That shit worked because
nasty work. I
think Dan also
this morning he was like, "Game on, bitch." I was like, "Damn."
Game motherfucking on.
Yeah.
Because when Dan said it, I was like, it's gonna throw him and Poverty under the bus. But it's Poverty was like, no, we can't do that, blah blah blah. What if it was
Poverty tried to tell his dumbass.
Tried to tell him, but I was like, as long as Phaedra ain't implicated, bitch, we good. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. Y'all can do what y'all want to do.
We good.
Right. Her breakfast is I didn't
every breakfast. Every breakfast, Phaedra be so unbothered. It's some boiled eggs. Oh, where the meat at? She be so unbothered at breakfast.
So, okay, another spoiler alert. What do y'all think he's going to do? Do you think he's going to?
I think he's
or
going
do
to
you
say
think-
yes.
I think he's going to say no.
I think he's going to say no.
I think
I think he's gonna have to. He's gonna
I
have
think
to say
saying
yes.
no is the best move, because if
Yeah.
you say no, you legit have two traitors that you for sure know,
for
and
sure.
that's the opportunity. But since they can't kill him if he rejects it, and it can
Right.
only be done at the table, he
Yeah.
has enough alliance to get behind him.
And exactly. He got a strong.
They can get poverty out of there.
Running that house, like
1,000%.
the king of that castle.
Yes. 1,000%.
He has,
but they can definitely get poverty out of there.
I think
He should not take it.
And he's going to stick with that alliance because low key it's a strong alliance and they're all faithfuls. And
right.
He clocked it. He clocked in like.
Clock that
tea.
Here,
but I was like,
clock
okay,
that tea.
Work, sis. That was cool. You ate that one, Peter.
You ate that one.
Right.
I wanted them to bring Kate back though as a traitor. I don't like her being a faithful. Like I feel like it would have been obvious too to bring her back and be a traitor. But I definitely feel like if they were going to bring her back, she should have been a traitor. And
I don't. Maybe because she's from season 1, but I also never watched Below Deck. I don't get it.
I'm telling you, gotta watch season 1.
Like,
season 1.
Why is she here? Like she's been on there.
She was that girl. She was the girl in season 1.
You've been there a day. You haven't done anything. So.
Listen, Kate was that girl in season 1. Kate was throwing away competition. She was like,
if I
get
was
me out of here.
Like, get Kate up out of here. She a traitor. Get this bitch up out of here.
Wow. Nah. Kate was that girl in season 1. Y'all got to go back and watch season 1 because season 1 show you how the game is supposed to be played. Like, Kate was that girl in season 1.
But also, I feel like Kate being there really took a little bit of eyes off of Phaedra, because when Dan was really about to spin that wheel, they were looking and she was like, this makes no sense. Like, why would you even say that? So she really was like, I was like, okay, I can appreciate you.
But you know who clocked it? Trishelle. She was like,
Trishelle did. Trishelle did. That's why I was like, she getting murdered next. I was like, she getting murdered next.
Why would he just bring it up out of nowhere?
Right.
Randomly.
But did y'all realize why they let Kate come back? Because the boxer dude left, and they didn't even like say anything about it. Like he literally just left.
That's so crazy that he left like that.
Yeah. Like he literally just left.
He was in there crying, like, girl, you're not
literally. Like, isn't that deep?
Like, next.
Speaking of next, what else? What else? Well, we know you watching Ready to Love. We ain't catch up yet.
I'm the only one watching Ready to Love, but I also watch everything on OWN.
I support OWN.
So you support OWN? Right, because you been watching Bell Collective. I don't watch them.
He made me watch Bell Collective. I did enjoy that. You made me watch that one time, and I did enjoy that.
I don't watch them, but I do watch Love Emerge Huntsville, Love Emerge DC.
I watch Huntsville. That's as far as I go.
Okay, so you didn't watch DC?
No.
Okay, you're not missing anything.
Of course.
I didn't watch any of them.
So Ready to Love is trending right now because of this viral moment of this guy on a date with this girl, and they're asking like this or that question. So they're like, summer or winter, coffee or tea? And like out of nowhere, he's like, choked or spanked. And the girl is like gagging, like, oh my gosh, I don't feel comfortable answering this. Oh my gosh. And like, it's a big thing because he's like, well, you made it sexual. And so everyone on Twitter is like, this is gaslighting. This is what niggas do. And
1,000%.
I feel like I agree it's gaslighting, but I also feel like, oh my God, girl, calm down. You're so dramatic.
So it's like a 2-part thing. So like, yeah, okay, that is gaslighting you for you to ask me that question. And then when I respond like that, it'd be like, whoa, who said anything about sex? But then also we're adults. So spanked or choked.
Like, what's up? Like, which one do you want? Like,
let's just get all this out the way now. Which one do you prefer? Like, let me know.
Right. And there's another girl on the show, and she's a little more like sexual, maybe one could say freaky. And she was on her date at brunch, like, so you suck toes? And the guy was like, I love toes. I love a foot. Put the whole thing in my mouth. And she was like, okay, period. And so it's like, really.
But same. Also love a good foot. Come on. Love a good foot now.
Excuse me.
Love a good foot.
Just had to vomit.
No, definitely. Like
I love it.
Do y'all want to talk
Alex?
about feet?
Alex?
I can go on mute while y'all have the feet conversation.
No, I can understand. I don't mind.
I can leave while y'all talk about
we'll circle back, sis. We'll circle back. We'll circle back.
Also,
but go ahead, proceed. Sorry for interrupting.
Girls are into feet. Y'all hear that? Drop a comment below if you want your feet.
Leave a foot emoji at the bottom. Leave a foot emoji.
Slide in their DMs with the feet. That's what they're
exactly.
Okay, so you feel like it's okay to talk about feet, but not to be like choke this thing. So like
that's for me.
For both of y'all. The foot girls.
I mean, you can talk about it all for me. I don't care.
Ooh.
You know, I like when I'm dating, I don't like to like lead with like sex stuff. Obviously, like, you know, I like you, like me, whatever is gonna happen, or maybe it should happen. But I don't like to lead with it. Yeah, like now I don't want to talk about that on the first date.
No,
like I don't want to talk
on the first date.
Nah, not for me.
Also.
I know.
And so are we also not having sex on the first dates? Like we don't do that either?
I mean, if it happened, it happened. But it's
not
not like
say if it happens, it happens. But
because if you have a good date, a good day doesn't require talking about sex. But if you have like a good day and then you know you go back to their place, they come back to your place for a little nightcap or whatever, one thing leads to another, y'all banging. Like that's different than going on a date and being like, so spit or swallow. Like, you know, like that's a whole different vibe.
But
that's not the same thing.
Eventually do that at the end of the night. You don't want to talk about it first?
Because I don't want, you know, to feel like, oh, you just want to fuck. But if we end up fucking, that's different. It's like, you know, it happened organically opposed to like, you know, this was the intention. I'm coming in, bang, bang, let's make it happen. Like, you want to date or you want to fuck? Now, if we're dating and we fuck, that's different.
Both.
Oh. What a little foot. What a little foot.
I think it's okay to have sex on the first date.
Right.
Same. I just don't want to, you know, really talk about it.
Me and my man had sex on the first date, and here we are 2 years later. So
there you go. It can happen.
I support it. So speaking of my man, he's in LA for the Grammys.
Yes.
And, you know, he was at Victoria Monet's party, and I was looking at his stories, and I was like, wow, I really hope that Victoria Monet wins this Grammy. And so I wore my Jaguar top just for her.
Shop the site. Shop the site.
Victoria Monet.
Didn't she have that was the picture of her in that all black?
No, so that was something else. She's been doing like a bunch of things. Like she's like the Grammys girl. So I would be very surprised. I don't even want to put this in the universe, but I'll be very surprised if she doesn't win.
Okay. I definitely want her to take home
like at least back-to-back Grammy events. So Spotify did something last night. She was there at that.
But she's like also the most nominated, right? She's like the most nominated girl of the night. So like, y'all better put some shit behind her. But I definitely hope she takes at least one away. I would love for her to win Best New Artist. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I definitely feel like she's gonna get like Best Contemporary R&B performance.
Who do you feel, if not her, who's gonna win Best New Artist? I'm trying to pull up the list.
I mean, for Best New Artist, I want it to be Coco. Me personally.
Oh yeah. I'm rooting for everybody black. So.
Yeah, but if it's any indication from the Country Music Awards and that other award show with Jelly Roll winning and him giving his sermon, I fear for the girls. I feel for the girls if Jelly Roll is.
I never heard of no Jelly Roll.
Child, you didn't see the TikTok with the big guy going up giving his award speech, and it was like basically a sermon from a Baptist church. I'm sure Alex saw. You know, he's of the church.
I did. I watched it like 100 times. Rewind. I wanted to see the audience reaction. I wanted to see who was reacting. Like,
right, you wanted to see it from different angles.
What did you think, being a church person, a church goer? What did you think of Kim Burrell in that video when she was like, "Oh, baby, this is the solo."
That is a nasty woman. That is a nasty woman.
Kim Burrell, baby, it's a solo.
Let the mask use you. Let the mask use you.
But she's definitely capitalizing on that now. Like she's taking that, like, and I think she has
the mean girl, right? She's taking this mean girl thing.
Yeah, like this whole thing is like if that's the image y'all think I have, like nothing has stopped her. Nothing like out of all the things, she continues to get worse.
My favorite clip of hers is when she's like, "I never said LGBT last night.
I said SIN."
That is my favorite clip.
Yeah, like
okay. So best new artist: Gracie Abrams. No,
don't know her.
Fred again, Ice Spice, Jelly Roll, Coco Jones, Noah Khan, Victoria Monet, and The War and Treaty.
You know the
There's only two people on that list that I care about.
The War and Treaty is what?
Is a black country group. It's a duo, a man and woman. I don't know if they're married. I don't know if they're brother and sister. But you know,
I usually look. I'm usually rooting for everybody black, but I don't know them, so I'm not rooting for them too. I'm not rooting for them too. It's Victoria and Coco for me.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be either. It has to be either one of those. Anything else is
Janelle Monáe got Album of the Year nomination. That's wow. Oh, SZA might win Album of the Year for SOS.
SZA might win Album of the Year.
I think this is SZA's snub year.
Snub?
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
I feel like it's gonna be a Rihanna snub. I feel like this is.
I also feel like it was so long ago too. Like
right, was that 2023?
Real long before award season, and I feel like even though the songs are still in rotation, I feel like that hype and that heat and that everything is like gone. So that's gonna be tough. Like I feel like she's gonna be snubbed this year because, like you said, it's Coco Jones is nominated for 3. Victoria Monet, she's nominated
7.
So SZA and Victoria Monet are in the same category for Record of the Year. So I mean, Victoria Monet is nominated for All My Mama.
I mean, it was a hit.
We're gonna see. Shout out to the Grammys on Sunday.
Y'all haven't you doing anything for the Grammys?
No.
No. I don't know.
No.
I'm like, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know who doesn't have any Grammys?
That was good.
Minaj.
You ate that one thing.
Nicki Minaj.
I want everybody to know what I have to go through being
Nicki Minaj
fan around a fake Nicki fan or an imposter Nicki fan, and somebody just got hate in their heart for Nicki for no reason.
Big hate. She's talking about me.
I'm talking about the both of y'all.
Wow. I mean, I wore my pink today, you know?
Because y'all already know.
I wore my pink today.
The lyrics. The one that's
I don't even know that song, really. So it's Nicki
that one part.
It's been going on for a year.
Forever at this point.
I feel like it's coming to an end. Nicki's been quiet recently, I think. Right? I don't know. But Meg did Station Head last night.
Yes,
like talking to people, and I think that was the push she needed to get her to number one because now they're projecting her to debut at number one. So I feel like that was very cute, very strategic, and works.
We love it. We love a girl with a strategy. We love a girl that's not going to go back and forth.
Cobra didn't do it for her, so she had to come out with something else. So.
Ooh. I thought you said you don't get into the mess.
Oh my God.
I thought you said you don't get into the mess.
I didn't. I said she had to go another route because Cobra didn't do what she thought or what people thought. So I mean, bitch, what Cardi say? Ain't nobody listen to you unless you're talking about me. So she had to talk about.
Wow, one bar.
I feel like that could be like a whole conversation because she never said who she was talking about. And like Megan's laws for sex offenders, a lot of these niggas are sex offenders. So like to Meg's point of being like a hit dog will holler, I mean, Nicki's hollering.
Okay, we can play semantics all day, but
I mean, we can play a lot of semantics because didn't your girl say she didn't get shot, but then she called her a fragment foot bitch, and then she said 1 foot bitch.
I would also like to note that she dissed Drake so bad in this song. And Drake has said nothing, and no one's even talking about that. But she really ate Drake up. Like
the whole last part of the song is about Drake.
He's definitely going to come back
back-to-back
though.
bitch,
Like
back-to-back
Fake
bitch.
ass accents.
he's definitely going to come
In
Ride
back.
the
through
diva
another
ticket.
nigga hood like a bad bitch.
Okay, so y'all
Body,
okay,
body good, no action.
fans.
Okay, so let's just be clear. So it's 2 Team Meg and 1 Team Nicki. Is that's right?
I can be team neutral.
Team Jesus.
The only reason she's neutral was because that diss track was trash. That's the only reason.
I haven't listened to it, so I can't confirm nor
I
deny.
feel like you're lying.
No,
I
have not listened. I have not listened to the song. I haven't listened to either diss track, his or Bigfoot.
And so you're intentionally avoiding the song. Why?
I'm intentionally not
You're protecting your peace.
either song because I'm over it. Like I just want it to be done. I want Nicki to recognize that she's Nicki. I want Megan to go on about her business on this side. If y'all don't like each other, y'all don't like each other. That's fine. Let's
the
just go.
real tea is he don't want to diminish no
What's the
love.
royalty, please?
He don't want to diminish no love for his fave because he know if he listens, he's not a delusional bar, right?
Exactly.
She got a little sense. She got a little sense. So he know if he listens to it or he follows along with what's happening, he's gonna lose love for his fave, and he don't want to lose love for her, so he's just gonna stay out of it. And I support you on that. I support you.
I just don't want all that negativity around me. I just
want
love and peace and
that's him agreeing that that's true. That's him agreeing that that's
going
true.
on in the world.
Okay, so all that the Barbs were doing, the new term, I don't know if it's a new term, but doxing, whatever the fuck that is, I guess when you like.
So you're basically getting, a lot of information is public record. So if you can get somebody first and last name, the city they live in, you can get their address. And so they've been leaking people's like addresses, they've been leaking people's like phone numbers and all of that. So doxing itself is not a crime.
No.
However, doxing with harassment can then be a crime. So like some of these girls are out here getting RICO charges because they're going after big.
I can't. Not the Barbs.
Literally,
charges.
The Barbs are getting RICO charges.
Arrest Nicki too. Arrest her.
Right.
She's the ringleader.
Because they're going after like big
in the circus. Arrest Nicki too.
Listen, so the girls are going after big creators. The creators got lawyers, and the girls are lawyering up, and they're getting the girls. Like one girl, she was like, she got 13 people, like that was like calling her phone, like all this other stuff. And she's like, I got all y'all names. The information is coming. Either y'all gonna get up to 10 years or $250,000.
Like y'all are just like get a life. Like it's too much.
Yeah,
yeah.
But then the other thing too, and then we can move on. Apparently, some of the people that are doxing people and harassing people are like older white men that are doing it specifically to black women in the name of Nicki Minaj. So not like specifically for her, but like because this is an opportunity for them to go and attack black women. So that's another piece that's happening. But there are bars that are intentionally.
She's also not like doing anything to stop it.
She's encouraging it. She encouraged the girls to go tear up that girl Mama grave.
Where's the footage?
It's literally she was literally on Instagram Spaces, and she was like, "If I give the signal,
where's the footage?"
And then she's liking tweets about the girls, like somebody listed the location of her gravesite. She liked that tweet, then she went back and unliked it. Like, don't go into the delusional territory, friend.
Nicki needs to be rehearsing. The tour allegedly starts in 3 weeks. This needs to be rehearsed.
You got your tickets, Alex?
Dress rehearsal, breath control, dance rehearsal. Like
she's gonna be laying down again.
She's not doing anything. She's sitting on station head. Like
y'all are gonna be right there. Y'all are gonna be right there. Y'all gonna be right there watching, rapping every word for word.
At the tour?
Yeah, I mean, remember that you just did a freestyle over her song, though, right?
Oh,
if you supported Megan that much, wouldn't you do one on that one?
I am tomorrow. That's when I downloaded the freestyle.
Well, we'll sit back and listen and see which one was better over what beat.
Can I get a feature? I got a little something I want to get off my chest too. Can I get a feature?
Yeah.
Can I get a feature on Freestyle Friday? I got a little something I want to get off my chest.
Give us a little sample.
Everybody wants to be a battle rapper. Now everybody will go bar for bar.
Oh my god! I'm not struggling.
Wow.
Okay, so speaking of the girls and the girls,
The girl.
So Twitter's been ablaze once again.
Per usual.
About gay men calling each other girl. And someone saying, "Don't call me girl." And is that equivalent to respecting pronouns? So let's first start off with, do you call people girl? Do you call gays girl? And are you okay with being called girl?
I done called y'all girl and sis all episode. So clearly I said. I do think it is kind of equivalent to pronouns, like respect how somebody wants to be addressed, respect how somebody wants to be called. I personally don't think it's like a big thing because at the end of the day, I'm a boy, Damon. I know I'm a boy, so if I say girl, if I refer to myself as she, her, whatever, like it is what it is. I don't get offended when people call me girl. However, if I do slip up, like, because I'm only gonna do it with people that I'm comfortable with, right? I'm not just gonna go like walk up to somebody at a bar or something, and be like, "What's up, girl?" Like, I'm not gonna do that. But if I do slip up in like a setting or whatever, somebody's like, "Oh yeah, don't call me girl," I'm not gonna be offended. I'm not gonna be like, "Why? Why don't you want to be called girl?" Like, cool, you don't want to be called girl? I got you, bro, and keep it moving.
Well, you're gonna say bro?
No, I'm just saying in this moment, like, I got you, bro. Keep it moving.
It's good. Okay, bro. Right. I say bro a lot. I feel like it's very like New York. Like, oh my god, bro. Like,
right. But then also let's think about our podcast. Like, K Michelle was saying that to A1, and she was like, "Are you reading me, sis?" And he was like, "Yeah, bro."
She was
like,
it was lady though. Like,
right. And he's like, "Yeah, bro."
And I think that's an important element to it too. Like, what's behind it? Like, are you doing it exactly? Are you doing it because you're cool with this person, and that's just how y'all greet each other? Like, because like everybody can't call me girl. Like,
yeah,
Deidre is not about to call me girl, but like, of course, like my friends and all of that can say girl, and I'll say girl, but like not everybody. Like,
yeah,
right, same, 100%. Do not call me girl.
So that's the message.
Like,
that's the message.
When you
and stop calling me sis.
Exactly. When you see me out, it's not no "Hey sis" or "What's up, girl." It's hello.
Is bitch better? Like,
I mean, at that point, they might.
So like, when someone's like, "What's up, bitch? What's going on, bitch? Hey, bitch."
Oh.
No, and I don't get into a whole like it doesn't. So you get one pass. I think in friend set.
Oh my god, so strict around here.
So not like that type of pass. Not like that type of pass. When I say pass, it's like, all right, one time to be like,
you got one slip up.
Yeah, and then if you like say it again, it's like, oh well, X, Y, and Z. Like, don't call me. Like, I prefer you not to call me girl. And then like that's it. And then usually after that, but I've never been in a situation either where that's floated off someone's tongue.
By accident. No one's ever called you girl by accident.
Well, I don't know what.
Because when they see you, they see that nigga. They see that one. They see Quiet Storm. You better let the girls know.
So I've never like I haven't. Yeah, but also it's not like
you're gonna learn today.
You're gonna learn tonight. You're gonna learn tonight.
I ain't one of your home girls.
But I mean, I call anybody what they want to be called. So I respect everybody's pronouns. So like,
so what's your pronoun, sis?
He, the one, him.
The one.
The one. Y'all see the name at the bottom of the screen. The one.
Screen. So are you calling your man girl?
No.
Never.
Never.
And your man has never called you girl?
No, nobody's called me. Nobody walks around calling me girl.
Except
again, it's not like for no reason, but like no, like I mean, y'all do sometimes in conversation, but even to that, it's not like that's probably how far it goes. It's just y'all because y'all just talk how y'all want to talk. It's just disrespect me all the time. And,
Anthony, do you call Daryl girl?
Yes, I've called Daryl girl multiple times. Multiple times. But it's not like hey girl, how's LA? Like, it's not giving that. Hey girl, we miss you. All of her misses you. It's like, I'm not saying it like that, but I'll be like, oh girl, or like, girl what? Like something like that. But I'm not,
it's not endearing in a sense. It's more of
Yeah,
like
it's not like
a reation to something.
yeah, like it's not like a romantic thing or anything like
Like,
that.
ooh, girl.
Like, ooh, girl, girl. I will say like so like me and some of my friends, like my friend Empress and Daryl will be like, "Hey, doll." Like we'll say that
Yes.
like sometimes. And so to me, it's kind of similar, but I'll definitely be like call Daryl like, "Hey, doll," but it's
Yeah.
like being funny. I guess all this shit is really being funny, but like,
At the end of the day,
yeah.
it's like again, you know what
Would you
it's
say,
giving.
Alejandro? You can
You said
what?
it'd be funny until it's not funny.
When it's not gonna be funny?
Then it's not gonna be funny.
When it's not gonna be
He
funny?
was like, "Don't call me girl and don't call me sis.
And stop calling me sis.
And
Stop
stop
calling
calling
me
me
sis."
sis.
And he the biggest queen.
Right.
Check that out.
Figure that out.
Nobody. So yeah, that topic came up from the Busy Boys podcast. So shout out
to the Busy
They
Boys.
talked about it on their show, and then they were talking about it on Twitter, and I was like, that is such an interesting hot topic. So shout out to y'all, Busy Boys podcast, the New York Dolls. I say dolls. I don't know. They may not like that.
Oh.
All girls pronouns.
Oh, here we go. Not respecting the girls' pronouns. Right.
You know, my pronouns are pay me, so you know, as long as girls address me as such.
Here we go.
Okay, so we're talking about the girls, the gays, the dolls. So another hot topic on Twitter is always mask for mask, femme. How do you identify what you like? So I feel like we should talk about how we identify, how we feel like we're perceived, and then what we like.
Let's start with the trade of the group.
Wow.
Because it's gonna be short and sweet. It's gonna be like I'm masking.
Right, it's gonna be short.
Next.
You just answered for him.
I mean, basically,
somebody else can go.
You can just go on to the next one. Like,
move on to the next question. Change it over here.
Change it over here.
For me,
wait. That's it. That's all you have to add, sis. You're masculine. That's it.
Next subject. So like
wow.
no. Okay. All right. So me personally, yes, I am masculine. And so that's how I am received. That's what I show. And what I guess look for was the other part.
Yeah. Or what are you attracted to?
I'm attracted to, I guess, like mass presenting with a little dash of sugar in the tank. A little hint
of sugar.
Not sugar in the tank.
Like a little hint of sugar.
I like you to be a little softer. I like you to be a little more feminine, a little submissive.
In the bed. Let's clarify.
Yeah, I mean, I want you to be strong-willed. Like, I want you to have your own mind. I want you to be able to think for yourself. The problem is you don't think.
You don't think.
This is what I mean when I say you don't think. That's what they said about Dan. Somebody had tweeted that about Traitors, and it was like Dan should have Harvard. It was like,
I have literally been saying this the whole time I've been watching this. You don't like. No one's thinking.
Nobody's thinking.
He won Big Brother twice, right? Is that what
he said? One. He said one and almost. So I don't know. Whatever.
I never watched.
Me neither.
But that's why I gotta watch season 1. But going back to what he said.
But yeah, so like I feel like with me, mask, present mask, look for mask with like, and also in that feminine like comfort to be comfortable. So I want you to be comfortable around me. So if comfortable for you is being yourself, and that's a level of you, then I want you to be comfortable with that. So
let's say we put a scale to it, right? So 1 would be the trade, and 10 would be like a femboy, makeup, lashes, hair, nails, heels. So where on that scale do you want your man to fall?
I'm probably like a 5.
Oh, okay, so in the middle.
Like right there.
Okay.
Like, so not mass, but not femme, just like, what's up?
Like right in the middle. Okay, so do you feel like on that same scale, you feel like what's your number?
If she say a one,
Like a
I'm
9,
gonna
maybe.
question it.
For me,
Well, you said 10 is like lashes and shit.
So she's like
She's
a
like a
8.
she's like a good 2, maybe a
What's
3.
your number, sis? What do you think your number?
oh, for me, I feel like I'm in like a 2.5, 3.
Yeah, see, I know you, sis.
And one being trade, and you're like a 2.5.
Like because I don't feel like I'm the hardest one walking around here. Like I'm not about to go out here and bump chest niggas and be like, "What's up?" Like I'm not out here doing this. I ain't slinging dope on the corner, so I don't know what people
Ooh.
resort to being, like whatever. But I mean, I've never had issue or
I
anything.
ain't never had no complaints.
Okay, it's good. I never had no complaints.
Like, so,
Okay, period. Next. Should I go
Big
next? Or
Zai.
you want to go pink wig?
I mean, since you got a man, I guess you could go last because
it's gonna be very short.
Right,
That's
you
something that's
got
not gonna take long.
your nigga at home.
One of the girls asked me, like, how do I contribute to the conversations being in a relationship? And I was like, I mean, I still have an opinion. Like,
Exactly.
this is I'm in a
Bitch,
relationship.
I got a man. I'm not dead.
I was
bitch.
also like, bitch, listen to the fucking podcast. Like,
Also,
you cover
and
all
then you will know.
Also.
But for me, I present and perceive the same way. I'm not the most masculine. I'm also not the most feminine. I'm very, comfortable and secure in what I give. I can go and build a roof one day because add contractors to the resume, handyman over here. But then the next day, I can be throwing that ass in a circle. Like, I am who I am. I give what I give. I'm comfortable in that space.
So do you
And
feel like twerking is a sign of femininity?
I think some people do see it as that,
Do
but you
you?
also have to remember. No, I don't, because you also have to remember I'm from Louisiana, baby. Niggas throw that ass.
Ladies twerk in Louisiana?
The bounce music, shaking ass. That's part of the culture. That's what we do. So I think like
Fresh guys are.
yeah, niggas throw that ass. Like that's what we do. Shake, bounce, twerk. What's happening? Like it's a thing. It's part of the
We be
culture.
doing that though.
I would like to.
Right, it's part of the culture. Like it's a everybody thing. It's not like straight, gay, whatever. But I think especially like within the gay community, I think you see something that specifically women have like popularized and women are doing, and you associate that with like femininity. But it's just like I got rhythm, I got ass, I like the song. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. So
One thing about it is
one thing. What you say? She gonna throw that Louisiana booty?
One thing about
Always, always,
So
always.
on the scale, where do you fall?
Where I fall, I'm like a good 6. I think I'm like a good 6. Yeah, I definitely think I'm closer to the feminine side than I am to like the masculine side. But again, I stand in it because you know I can do it all.
And when you are dating someone or interested in someone, where do they fall?
It depends. I'm never going. Well, I would say more so like the masculine end. I'm never going to like the ones and the twos, but like threes and up, I'm here for.
You would go to a 10.
I would go to a 10. I would go to a 10. I mean,
Alejandro, what do you have to say? What's the
she's tickled over here.
It was the way you said it. So you would go to a 10.
Listen, the film girls, they are there for you. They support you. They ride for you.
Wait, have you dated a film girl before? Or film boy before? Let me right, child.
Yes, I have. I've entertained the idea. I can't. But yeah, like when I lived in New York, I definitely dated someone. He wore heels. He did the whole 9, makeup, blah blah blah. So yeah.
And who would that be?
Exactly, because you kept that real tight. Like,
listen, y'all don't see them until they become my man. Again, y'all only really saw one nigga. So
let's do a really quick sidebar. So on the last episode, you were talking about dating in Atlanta, and you were dating someone or going on dates with someone, and you said you will update us on the next episode. Is there a positive update to that?
There's a positive update. Still going strong. Still here. Still in the thing. Shout out to you, boo. Keep it moving. Next question.
Love
Move
it.
on.
Okay, so on this scale of 1 to 10, one being the trade, I'm probably like a 1. Obviously, in my bodysuit. Um, no, I'm probably closer to shit. Probably like I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to say where I fall on it. Um, but if I had to say a number, probably like a 7. Probably shit, maybe an 8. But I don't do like makeup or wigs or anything like that. Just not my jam. Um, but I also don't really subscribe to the masculine, feminine stuff. Like I've just always been myself, and so yeah, I think I'm perceived. I might probably be perceived feminine. I mean, I wear shit like this. um,
Get into it. Get into it.
sitting up here with a bodysuit on, gay, um, and I'm good with that. So
GAY.
GAY, you're gay. So yeah. Yeah, I think it's for anybody struggling with it. I feel like we have to use our platform for good. So to anybody struggling with that, like any of the younger girls, I would say like find the confidence in yourself and like go where the love is, go where like people love you and people support you, and like find your tribe because it's perfectly fine to be yourself. If you want to get up and drag, if you want to beat your face, if you want to be betrayed, whoever you want to be, like go where the love is.
Right. But I used to always say that like I've been gay for a very long time. I came out when I was like 13. And I think me coming out so early, I had to figure out like what type of gay I wanted to be. So I had all of those moments of like, I joined a house and I thought I wanted to be a house girl. I thought that I wanted to like nobody know and I'm trying to be DL. Then I would like be flamboyant and all of that. And now I've gotten to the space of where I was able to like live and be all of those things to where now I'm in a space of where I'm just me. Like it is what it is. You like it, you don't like it. It is what it is. Here we are. So I definitely think like to your point, like you got to go through some things and do some things to figure out like who it is you want to be and how you want to show up.
Yeah, and I think it's important to be yourself too and be confident in who you are. I mean, and I never dated a femme guy. But I would because to me, someone who's confident in who they are is more attractive than like if you're masculine or feminine. Like that does not matter to me. Like I'm more concerned with like who you are as a person. Like what are your values? Like what are your passions? Like I don't really care if you're masculine or feminine. So my man is a queen. So I would date a queen.
Daryl is giving a 2.
My man is the trade. Shout out to my
Daryl's giving a 2. Okay, shout out to you, Daryl.
So Alejandro, that's what you say y'all real names. What would you say to someone who is trying to figure that out? Like they want to present as masculine. Like what would you say to them? Like the young kid who is like wants to, present as masculine, wants to be like you. To the listener that wants to be like you, what would you say?
To the listeners that want to be like me, I can't tell anyone how to be masculine. But you know what? Honestly, it didn't start off like that with me.
I was going to say, like, so where does your confidence come?
Like I started off as like I was real clingy to my mom. So like younger years, I didn't never want to go. Fast forward, didn't never want to leave my mom's side and real big in the church. And you already get a stigma about when you were born and raised in the church. Especially I was born and raised in a Pentecostal church, so we were a little bit more strict. Things we couldn't do, things places we couldn't go, people we couldn't be around. So it kind of like secluded. Put me in this space of just being around either family or church. I didn't have like outside people. So that was just the thing. And then my dad got me into like sports and to put me in this other space because the majority of my family are women. So I just had a lot of women around. I have an older brother, but me and my brother are 10 years apart. So it was basically like living 2 separate lives outside of, being in one home. So I guess just for me because I was around surrounded by so many women and had the background that I had, it's just that I thought that was what was what it was because that's all I was around. So that's all
Okay.
I knew. So once I became, I guess probably like in high school when I finally felt like I came into my looks and who I was and the things that I
Okay.
liked and the
Excuse me.
things that I was interested into, I just took on a whole different mentality to be like, I don't have to always do certain things that I see everybody else do if I really don't want to do it. I can come out of what I normally would do to do something else. And I found
Right.
when I did that, I found that I like this stuff a little bit more. It's nothing wrong with doing other things. I also cook. I clean a lot. I can sew up a pant leg too. But I
Come
can also
on, needle and thread.
rotate a tire, I can change a tire, I can check oil, I can do stuff like that. And no, that
Yeah,
stuff
oh
doesn't make
man.
you masculine or feminine. That stuff is not, it's not
You're just showing the
female.
duality.
But I can do it all. But I just found that I just had to be comfortable with coming out of what I thought was normal and to do what I wanted to do. So just come out of what you think that is normal because that's your surrounding, and to just live out in yourself and live out in what you want to do, the things that
Look
you
at
love.
y'all out here giving advice. Look at y'all. Speaking of advice, we got a listener question in. We've
Oh,
been
Yes.
getting,
people are
a lot of
listening.
the
Listen,
people are
don't
listening.
be
They're,
don't be writing asking for relationship advice. Somebody could be
Oh,
living with that, and it's like, baby, I am not
I,
I'm not the
a
one.
relationship
I'm not
expert.
the one to tell you what to do about
she's
your
not the
own business.
relationship guru.
But
She's
we do love the feedback and all the comments and the
yes.
DMs, and we love
Keep
it. We
the
see it. Keep sending
keep
us
the feedback
questions.
coming.
Follow the page. Are you reading me,
You read me,
sis?
sis.
And send us questions, send us DMs, send us topics, anything y'all want us to cover, anything y'all think we should talk about, send it to us.
Run it.
So we got
Run
the
it.
first listener question.
Our first listener question. So shout out to Brian. I don't know if you want us to give your Instagram name, so I'm gonna just say your name. But shout out to Brian for our first question. We appreciate it. And the question is, I love the new podcast. I would love to hear the advice from you three on your experience about living in New York and having since relocated to Atlanta. I'm currently considering relocating from NYC soon. It's been 3 years, including grad school, and I really miss the South. I'm originally from Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been working for about a year post grad school now, and I don't want to miss any opportunities that the city has to offer. So, my question is, what prompted y'all to relocate, and why did y'all choose ATL? And also, a particular question for Jackson, aka Snackson, what prompted you to keep relocating from different cities, and what made you finally decide on Atlanta? Are you reading me, sis?
Are you reading me, sis?
Are
Right,
you reading me,
Like, what's
sis?
going on?
right
so you
there.
don't, so you
Right,
don't have a home?
right. So you don't have a home. I actually have four. I have four homes. But
Wow.
Alex, since you are about to transition here, I feel like we should start with you about like what's prompting your transition. What have you gotten from the city? What's making you want to leave? Like all of that.
So I've been here for 10 years, and yeah, I just feel like that time is up. And I feel like when you have to start questioning, start asking, start thinking, start wondering, start imagining, I definitely will say the city can offer you a lot. The city does have a lot to offer. So, depending on your career, I would say think about that first. Money should always, happiness should always rule. Happiness, mental should always rule. But right under that, like money. Like, I can understand when
Look,
you're like you don't want to miss out because that's one of the things that keeps me going back and forth or kept me going back and forth. It's like I make a good money here. Like, will that translate somewhere else where I go? And so I too think about that. But I guess for me, it was just about I just feel like it's that time. I feel like I'm in the space now that I'm ready for it. I have learned from where I am, and I'm ready to write that next
you
chapter.
ready to get out of here?
Yeah.
So, in terms of that, what made you choose Atlanta? Because I know, like, so before either of us left New York, you were already talking about leaving and you wanted to move to Houston, but now you're coming to Atlanta. So, what made you want to come to Atlanta?
Y'all. I mean, y'all were like the determining, like, okay, like I already wanted to do something down that way anyway, and this life happened, and when life happened to y'all, and the moves y'all made for the better, and just how good it is, and just how whatever. I always love Atlanta. I like going there when I'm there. I like traveling there, so I always felt like it was good. And just community is just really big, and so I feel like that's where that's where I would do good. I believe. So.
We love to hear it.
Love
Six
it.
Six Poppy,
Wow.
what made you choose Atlanta? How did you know it was your time to leave New York?
To follow. Jeez.
Right, she set the tone. She
Like,
set the
God,
tone.
like, I'm cool because of my man. No. Well, I mean, that's partially true. So we had started to consider moving. I think it was during the pandemic. We were just thinking like, okay, we're paying way too much in rent, and I feel like New York was just losing its spark. Like we were just in the house, just paying rent. We both were working from home, and we started to think like, okay, we should probably take this expensive as rent and buy a house and pay a mortgage. And so we started to think about like, okay, where will we get a house at? Where can we go? My man works in music, so LA was an option, but LA is just so expensive. Like
Yeah.
the house we have now in Atlanta would have been over $1 million in LA. And so I was just like, our money can go so much further in Atlanta. And so it's been a year now, and it's been a great decision. And we're planting our roots. We want to start a family, so we need the space. We wanted a backyard. We wanted a garage. You know, we were looking at like the school systems, and all of that was just really important to us. It just felt like a natural next step for growth for me as a person, for us as a couple, and I like Atlanta because I feel like whatever you want it to be, it can be. Um, we chose
1,000%.
the soft life. We live on the south side. It's quiet. We live in a community of successful black families. And that's just the vibe we're on. But to the listener, Brian, it can be whatever you want it to be. Like if you want to come here and be like in the nightlife or you know, at Bulldogs traffic, smoking hookah. Where you say you was earlier, since spinning feathers.
Wow. See, I knew the shots were about to come. I knew the shots were about to come.
Whatever you want, you can get it here. This big actor in Black Hollywood. We right down the street from Tyler Perry's studio. So I do feel like Atlanta has a lot to offer. It's probably not comparable to New York. Like nothing is really comparable to New York, if you ask me. But I think it would be a good move for the listener because it's been a great move for me.
Look at y'all. That's so cute.
Yay, we did it.
Right, you did it, Joe. And I was just like, I don't really have anything other to add to what y'all said. It's all been the same thing. It's been almost 2 years for me here in Atlanta. It'll be 2 years next week, actually. Um, but as far as like the part that prompted me to keep moving, and I think this ties into like the opportunity piece for you, Brian. I moved for opportunity. So like every time I went to a different city, it was for work, it was for a better opportunity, it was for like elevation and like all of that. And so like me leaving New York, it was like during COVID. I had COVID at the top of the year. It was terrible. I turned 30 in the pandemic, and I was like, I gotta go. I need to like do more. I need to experience more, whatever. And so when my job offered me the opportunity to move to North Carolina, I was like, shit, yeah, let's do it. Hated North Carolina though, absolutely hated North Carolina, but I wanted that same quality of life of where I had a dope ass apartment. Definitely couldn't get that for that price in New York. I had my car now. Like I had all of these things that I couldn't do in New York. So I wanted to keep that same quality of life, but I wanted to go somewhere where I can, of course, be outside and where I can like, still enjoy the like party life and like all of that. And so that's why I chose Atlanta because like, separate from 66 Poppy, I'm not living the soft life. I want to be, partying outside, having a good time, like all of those things, because that's just where I'm at right now. So again, Atlanta can give you whatever you want, really. Like, and it's definitely like a very affordable city. You can definitely make it, but I definitely say like go where the opportunity is. So like if you want to continue to progress and grow in your career, definitely like prioritize that first, and then get that experience, get what you need under your belt, and then focus on where you want to live and like where you want to settle down, where you want to start to plant those roots and stuff like that. So, because you're only 25, he's only 25, by the way. So
Oh my god.
you still, you still got some life to, to live, some things to experience, like all of that. You definitely got time. So chase the bag for right now. I would say, get that experience under your belt in your career, and then focus on like, okay, where do I want to settle down, where I want to play my roots, how I want to move forward.
Yeah. Did you feel like that was a read, like he was reading you?
Are you reading me, sis? A little bit, because I think most people think that like I don't sit still, but like I lived in New York for 7 years, like so, like well 6. So it's just like I was there for 6 years, but I think once I do start moving, it happens like quickly. So like moving from DC, moving to New York, leaving New York, going to Dallas, going back to DC, coming back to New York, then leaving New York and going to North Carolina, and now Atlanta. It can seem like, okay, all I do is move, but it's like I was in North Carolina for almost 2.5 years. I've been in Atlanta now for almost 2 years. So it's just like, the time doesn't.
Like Atlanta is your home.
Atlanta is home, and I think so. When I first moved to, I give each of my major cities like a different thing. So like DC was my time, like the city that I grew up in a sense, right? Like I was 21. I'm having like all of these different life experiences. I'm like, getting into my profession, like all of that. So I feel like DC is where I became like an adult in a sense, and then New York is where I got my shit together, right? Like, y'all been there through the struggles and the craziness and all of that. And so New York is definitely that time where like I really like focused on getting my shit together. And it's like now I'm in a spot where I'm like, she's a bit older. I'm ready to, settle down, hopefully find a man soon. You never know. But I can definitely see like Atlanta being long term. Also, I'm getting closer with my family. My family is still back home in Louisiana. It's a quick hop and a jump away for me to get back home to Louisiana when something's going on or whatever. I recently brought my mama here for her birthday. So I'm able to do like different things that I couldn't necessarily do when I was like in the big city. So I definitely think Atlanta is home for me.
Okay. Well, thank you, Brian, for the question. I wonder if this is the Brian we know. Like, is this Brian?
I don't know. It's giving
us like
right. Let us know if you're on
showing us, Brian.
Right.
Either way, we're thankful for the question. Continue to send us questions. Follow the page.
Are you reading me, sis?
Watch the YouTubes. We're dropping all of the links.
Run those numbers up.
Run it up. This is
send us more questions.
Episode. Make sure you follow us. 66 Poppy. Shop the site. This is the Jaguar. Ooh.
Yes.
Next.
Follow me. I am the Alejandro.
You don't want to do Twitter? You usually drop that Twitter.
Listen, that's what I actually
that Twitter when we talk about that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh. And I am Snackson. You can follow me, Jackson X Ernest. Also, place your orders on the Bachelor Meal. The numbers are running up. Out here, Black entrepreneur. Happy Black History Month. Happy
Black History Month. Celebrate Black History Month. Support Black business. So
right, when the episode come out, it's gonna be the first.
Bachelor meals, support Black business.
Should we go
support Black business?
Black history facts? Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Peace out. See y'all next week. Run in the bed.